Welcome back to MJL 3764, collecting Elvis on vinyl and CD. On my last video we looked at a couple of rock and roll compilation CDs and a couple of love songs CDs. So while we was on the subject, I thought we'd take another look at some more love songs compilations, as the companies seems to think this is their favourite compilation. Many love songs compilations out there. This is just a handful. So I thought we'd take a look at a few more before we move on. So let's take a look at the first one. This one is Elvis Ballads, classic love ballads. 18 tracks on this one, and it runs for 53 minutes. And it's exactly the same as the LP version, if you own the LP version. Which, again, they could have put more tracks on the CD, they learned, because on this release, which we'll look at, this CD had more tracks than on the vinyl. But this one, same amount of tracks, 18. Very similar cover, although now they've decided to put this illustration of Elvis in a reverse image, in a frame, with two glasses of wine on one side and a plant on the other. It doesn't improve the cover to me. I really don't like this illustration at all. I think Elvis looked great in 1969. This is obviously an illustration from the 69 press conference, but they've managed to make him look horrible. Not my favourite at all. CD's Canadian. It's on the Quality label. The track listing there. Again, I'll let you have a quick look at the track listing. And there's obviously 3 songs on here which stand out like sore thumbs, which shouldn't be on here, not on a love songs compilation. The first one would be In the Ghetto, not a love song. The second, Crying in the Chapel, not a love song. And the third, My Way, not a love song. So again, could have been better thought out, this one. Also, if you look at the some of the credits, apparently A Hawaiian Wedding Song is 1978. And you can see they're using the NL, NK prefix, so they're going by the new editions which was out at the time in the 80s. The new German black, of course, they've got it right here, 1961. And they've used other things like this, In the Ghetto, 20 Greatest Hits. Yeah, maybe that was the album that was out at the time, but of course In the Ghetto was originally on from Elvis in Memphis. They've done this a few times on here. The Wonder of You, obviously originally on Stage, and My Boy, obviously originally on Good Times and Not I Can Help, but I think they were probably just advertising the albums that were out at the time. Sounded fine for the time as well. And there's the album against the CD version. It was on the Telstar label. It's come out a year earlier, 1985. And the disc looks like that. There's nothing inside this, it's just plain cardboard. And also, I'm sure you've noticed that they've added My Way from the Aloha, and they've put a publishing date of 1977. And Moody Blue apparently come out in 1975, according to them. So from a bad cover, in my opinion, to an absolutely stunning cover, this one, From the Heart. 1992 this was released, and the CD features 24 tracks. The album version features less. An absolutely stunning cover. Love this one. Probably one of my favourite compilation covers. This one, I like the green, I like the picture. Great. CD looks like that. With the track listing there. Again, there's just a little same inside, just the track listing. No pictures in the booklet. Very Spartan booklet. And there's the album version. I'll just quickly show this. I won't show you the tracks. This does feature less tracks, but this is on my vinyl showing. So that's the vinyl version. Closer look at the track listing, and you'll see that they've culled tracks from the 50s, the 60s and the 70s. So quite a nice mix. They've mixed them all up. Always on My Mind is the original version. Suspicious Minds is the original version with the fade in, fade out. Love Letters is obviously the original version, and Unchained Melodies from the Moody Blue record. And this CD runs for 70 minutes. Features 24 tracks, the album features 19. Sounds great, very good release for its time. Played this one a lot. 1996 saw this release. This features 22 tracks, runs for 66 minutes, and it's called Heart and Soul, but it is predominantly a love songs collection. Nice picture on the front. CD looks like that. This one's got a bit of a booklet in it, I believe, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. And there's a track listing on the back. This one also features some great tracks. And the carrot for this one to buy was Love Me Tender and I've Lost You were in stereo for the first time on CD. And Bridge Over Troubled Water, this was the first time we had it without the added applause at the end. Again, nice CD. Quickly flick through the booklet. Excuse my hands. Picture of Elvis there. Opens out like so. More pictures. And track listing. And then we've got one of my all-time favourite pictures from the 50s. There's that one there. That's a great shot, that one. Makes up for the meagre 66 minutes running time. Which, as you know me, I do like to gripe. If you've got 80 minutes on a CD, please fill it up. 2004 saw the release of this CD, Love Elvis. This features 24 tracks and runs for 73 minutes. Now the carrot to buy this one was it featured an unreleased take of For the Good Times. Also features some stellar tracks. It Hurts Me, Any Way You Want Me, Doing the Best I Can. This was a pretty good compilation when it was issued. Nice cover on the front, still got the sticker on it. Track listing on the back. Show you the CD first. That's what the CD looked like. Picture under the tray. Did have a little bit of a booklet. We'll take a look at that in a minute as well. And there's the track listing. All flows pretty good, pretty well till the last track. The fantastic If I Can Dream, but that isn't a love song. Take a look at the booklet. And here's the booklet, which is a weird sort of texture to this one. Very cardboardy. Opens out this way. text. If you turn it over, you've got one side of Elvis one side and the other side of him the other side, and a blank piece of paper there. Full marks for the art department. And this CD sounded fine when it was issued. Next one up is the 50 Greatest Love Songs. This came out in 2001. This is not to be confused with the 50 Greatest Hits, which came out a year earlier. Double CD, this one. First disc features 23 tracks, one's for 74 minutes. The second disc features 27 tracks and runs for 72 minutes. So nice to get a double CD of 50 love songs. Of course, I or you out there could probably make an Elvis love songs compilation lasting 6 or 7 CDs. But let's see what we've got on here. Always on My Mind is the original. That's good. And I Love You So is alternative take, which features a dialogue of Elvis talking to Sheila Ryan. Some other great tracks. Yeah, very good compilation. Unchained Melody is the version from Moody Blue. You've Lost That Loving Feeling is the That's the Way It Is version. Unfortunately, It's Only Love on this one does suffer from the overbacking. It's the horrible version, as I call it. Most of these tracks on disc 1 are from the 70s, with a few from the 60s. Disc 2, that features all 50s and 60s material. And again, some great tracks on here. Some that you don't see as often. Thrill of Your Love. It's a nice one on here. I'll Remember You is the longer version from the 60s box set, so that was nice to get. It's also got Pocket Full of Rainbows on here. Great record. You Don't Know Me. It's got I Was the One and I Want You, I Need You, I Love You, which follow each other, which when they follow each other you get to see how very similar the intros were to both of these songs. I never really noticed that before. But playing them one after the other, the intro to I Was the One is very similar to I Want You, I Need You, I Love You. Take a look at the booklet. Quick look at the booklet, excuse my hands. Pictures and some text. Quite well done, this one. Track listings. And the back. And the discs look like that. Double disc, as we said earlier. And a very good compilation. There's only one song I disagree with on here, and that's track 21, Old Shep. I don't think when they say love songs that they mean the love for a dog. But apart from that, this is probably my favourite, as it's a double, it's probably my favourite love songs Elvis compilation, with a close second being this one, and then that one. But that's my opinion. If you have a favourite, please put it in the comments. What's your favourite love songs compilation? Did you buy them all? Or did you just buy one and say, that's enough for me? Okay. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. And just remember, while there's music, life's no waste.